Taurus, this is your general reading for June or mid-June 2017, going on to mid-July, I would say. So first of all, what you've got as the heart of the issue is the Eight of Rods. So what this is telling me is that there's something that's in your passions in your life that's moving forward. This could also talk about a relationship. This could be love coming forward. This could be messages, texts, emails, communication, things moving at a faster pace than you're used to. This could be a new sense of communication, because it's the heart of the issue for you. So this could be you kind of getting to grips with a new way to communicate within a relationship. Yeah, it can talk about waiting for communication to come in, or once that communication comes in, then it's talking about things moving very fast from that point onwards. So then what you've got crossing you is the sun. I mean, could I say anything better? This is vitality. In terms of a crossing, this is amazing. This is like you're shining light on a situation. This is like you're shining light on yourself. You're being who you're supposed to be. The yellow is like, it's your communication with spirit is also very intense this month. It's also about showing your intelligence, your the way you communicate spiritually, intellectually. It's talking about getting a new job, a new start, a new baby. This is abundance and vitality on all levels, really. And as well, this Eight of Rods is also mirroring. So we've got a lot of yellow. And the rest of the reading, I can see a lot of yellow instantly. I mean, if you look at the table, there is quite a bit of yellow on there, which is good. So then beneath you, you've got the Root, which is the Six of Swords in reverse. So this can talk about feeling a bit like mentally you want to stay in the shallow end. You kind of want a doggy paddle. It can be like not wanting to move forward out of a little bit of fear, anxiety. It's swords, it's six swords. It's saying that you could feel like you're paddling upstream. You could also feel like you've kind of been left to do something on your own, like you're abandoned, like all you kind of have is you and your guide. But normally what the shamanic kind of reading for this card is that it can talk about going on inner journeys, mental journeys, moving from one state to another, one place to another, but in the metaphysical world. It's like moving from one state of ascension to the next state of ascension. But normally on this card as well, they would have the inner child. Yeah, so it's also about remembering this month that you do need to nurture that inner child, that you do need to kind of focus on focusing on that inner child. Just having a guide is great, but just having a guide is not good. You need the inner child to kind of make yourself, the bigger person, the you, feel more complete. It's like nurturing a part of you so that you can continue the journey. Yeah? So that's what that card is saying beneath you. So that is the root. That is, yeah, just make sure that this month you're not doggy paddling in the shallow end because of fear. That's the main message of that card. Because you have the Sun and you have the Eight of Rods. They are both very positive cards, yeah? So then we've got what's above you. So what's above you is the Devil. This can talk about having to kind of resist temptations, resisting things that want to make us come off path. This can also talk about a Capricorn, yeah, and kind of feeling like there's some kind of intense battle between yourself and a Capricorn or another earth, very strong earth energy. This can talk about a relationship or cycles that need to be broken. This can talk about feeling like we're chained to situations, events, principles, ideas, things that are holding us into the material world too much, yeah? Things that we're giving way too much focus to, and they are weighing us down. So in the center, yeah, we've got this Eight of Rods, this wanting to move forward passionately. But above we have the Devil, and below we have a fear, yeah. It can also be a fear of how others see us, yeah, which I'm getting from the two cards. It's a fear of how we could be misrepresented, or a fear of how others see us. So it stops us making a move. It stops us, we don't want to fall on our face, so we cease making movement altogether. Okay, then we've got before. So this is the Knight of Rods. So this is where we're coming from in the past. This can be us feeling like things are moving too fast for us, or not fast enough. Or we could be feeling like this could also be the whirlwind of someone coming into our life that's kind of put us off balance a little bit because of their energy. This could also be a fire sign in the negative, so Leo, Sagittarius or Aries, in the reverse, and them being a little bit spiteful, maybe a little bit manipulative, a little bit vengeful. This can talk about as having hidden enemies as well sometimes. That's what I'm getting from the reading as a whole. We could feel like people are against us, or we could feel like we are ready to burn anybody that kind of steps in our way. But I'm getting that this is also linked to fear and the temptations, and possibly people coming back into our lives that are trying to kind of poke us to see if we bite, or to seek revenge in a very, well, not a, yeah, in a kind of little kind of spiteful way. I'm not getting that there's no major revenge or anything, but the next card that's coming into the future is the Nine of Rods. So this can talk about putting up defenses because we fear attack. This can talk about hidden enemies and making sure that it's like taking a break before we make that final step to the 10. We make that final step over the hill. We're we're holding our defenses there for a while. We're also, while we're there, we're looking at what we've created to see what's the best way to move forward, or what's the best way to create defenses for this thing that we're creating. It's also can talk about focusing on one thing at the expense of the rest. So that might ring bells with some people. It's like being a bit blinded and focusing on one of those rods, but he has 9. Yeah, so this is just asking us to kind of, be wary, because this is big steps you seem to be taking this month. And I can personally relate to this because I'm a Taurus with a lot of planets in Taurus, so I'm relating to this. And today actually the moon is actually technically in Taurus, so yeah, I have like 7 planets in Taurus at the moment, so I am feeling this energy. So as we as Taurians kind of move forward with this and make new boundaries, make new steps out into the world, we're kind of also a bit fearful because it is that last step. It is moving all those nine wands one more time, and then we know we've done it. Yeah, it is that fear. So then as we move into you, so this is you in the reading now, the self. This is you, kind of where you're at right now. You're deciding that you're going to use logic, reason, clear, rational thought to get through this. This is a bit like a drunken kind of stupor. It's saying to make sure that we're not getting carried away with reality, and that we are using clear logical thinking moving forward. So it's also asking us to beware of any kind of delusions or fantasies. Make sure that we have thought things through clearly and we know what the next steps are, and we've kind of took the time to look at these, because this is like 7 cups. Yeah, it's quite a lot of build. We've put a lot of emotion into this, and it's talking about making sure that the next 3 kind of steps towards the 10 are done in a clear, logical way, not being governed by our emotions so much, not allowing people as well to kind of drain our emotional resources. If we're not thinking logically, this can happen as well. So then in the environment, we have the Page of Pentacles. So this is saying that there could be somebody bringing in a financial offer. This could be, but as well, this is also you kind of creating a financial stability around you. This is you with your eyes and ears open to new ways, new creative ways of making money, new ways of kind of growing your finances. You're learning how to develop your financial self, let's say, and you could also be beautifying your home, but this could be also somebody coming in to give you kind of a little bit of financial reassurance, coming in with a little bit of help. Yeah, okay, so next we've got your hopes, dreams, fears and lessons are that you want to be the 9 of Pentacles. This is talking about somebody who is financially abundant. They're very stable, they're very homely, they know how to kind of look after themselves, they know how to look after, nurture their environment. But it's also mainly about, with this card, a very big sense of financial freedom, of financial stability. It's like we as Taurians need to kind of have that financial stability, that kind of groundedness, that knowing where the next kind of month's bills, money, whatever is going to come from. That creates a stability for us that is kind of untouchable. So it's like in the first part of the reading, we was feeling a little bit unbalanced, a little bit unstable, but as we move forward now, it's saying that we do have this at our disposal. We are learning how to make those pennies look after themselves, and how to make financial steps towards that 10, which is like the legacy, the financial abundance that is linked to future generations or past generations. Next, we've got the Ace of Cups. Now, this is about your outcome. So as an outcome card, we're blessed. The Ace of Cups talks about people that are very in tune with their intuition. It talks about having an abundance of intuition, having abundance of emotional freedom, bliss, satisfaction. It's also like being about tapped into spirit, being able to receive messages psychically in our dreams. It's kind of, right now, it feels like the energy is very open, very receptive for anybody that is into connecting to meditation, to chakras, kundalini. It's the energy, the vibration. We are giving off a higher vibration, let's say. This can also be somebody coming in with an emotional offer. They could be wanting to pour, to add to the well, to add to what we already have. They could be wanting to show you that they are emotionally stable, that they are what you want, that but it's also really a sense of nurturing of the self is what I'm getting this month, Taurus. You're getting things that are bringing in a sense of nurturing of the self, bliss, yeah? But there's that scary part within bliss that we don't realise is bliss, and it can be mistaken for fear, yeah? When things are going good, we need to just let go and allow things to be good. Just thank you, thank you, thank you. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, this is a great month for you guys. Take care. Stay blessed. Bye-bye.